The time is now. A message for the chosen ones who know they can't wait any longer. You already know what you need to do. You didn't come across this message by accident. This message found you because a door has appeared. One you've seen in your visions. One you've dreamed of walking through. One that your soul has been quietly preparing for. But now, the whisper has become a roar. Now, the stillness is beginning to ache. Now, the timing can no longer be pushed aside, because the time is now. Not tomorrow, not next season, not when you feel ready, not when the fear disappears. Now, the move you've been delaying, the idea you've been holding back, the energy that's been building in your chest, it's not going anywhere because it's yours. Your higher self is calling, your mission is stirring, and the universe is aligning. But it requires you, your action, your courage, your yes. You already know what you need to do. This message is simply confirmation. This is your divine sign. Please like, subscribe, and comment below so we know you're here and connected to Source. The choice point has appeared. There comes a moment in every chosen one's journey where standing still begins to feel like suffocation. When the nudge becomes a push. When the inner knowing becomes impossible to silence. When the old timeline no longer fits your frequency. You are at that moment. This is what we call the choice point, a spiritual crossroad, a turning of the tide, a whisper from Source that says, it's time. You may have been doubting it, waiting for a louder sign, a more perfect moment, a greater sense of certainty. But let me remind you of this sacred truth. The certainty doesn't come before the leap. It comes after. You will not feel fully ready, but you are divinely equipped because you were chosen not for comfort, but for courage. This is your moment. This is the spiritual intersection that shifts lifetimes. And all of your ancestors, all of your guides, are watching in stillness, waiting to see what you choose. Leap first, the net will appear. The Matrix teaches you to wait, to play it safe, to have the whole plan figured out before you move. But the path of the chosen doesn't work like that. Your life is not built from logic. It is built from faith, like an eagle leaving the nest before it learns to fly, like a seed cracking open before it ever sees the sun, like a soul saying yes before the path is revealed. This is the divine paradox. Leap first, and the net will appear. Because the truth is, Source has already prepared the next step. It's not waiting for you to be perfect. It's waiting for your decision. The act of leaping reshapes the timeline. Your yes sends codes through the universe. And suddenly, resources appear. People arrive. Doors open. Paths unfold. But it only begins once you move. Do it scared, but do it anyway. You may be feeling fear right now. That's okay. Fear is not the enemy. Stagnation is. Fear is just the echo of old versions of you trying to stay safe. But safety isn't your mission. Expansion is. Let me tell you something. Only the brave understand. You don't wait to be fearless to act. You act while your heart is still trembling. You move even with tears in your eyes. You show up shaking because your soul is stronger than your emotions. You don't do it because it's easy. You do it because your future self is watching. You do it because there are lives connected to your alignment. You do it because you made a contract before you came here to remember, rise, and walk in divine timing. And the time is now. So do it scared. Do it awkward. Do it unsure. but do it. Emotion is not your compass. Alignment is. Sometimes the delay is not physical. It is emotional. You've been feeling too much, overthinking, overanalyzing, waiting to feel ready, waiting for the fear to subside, waiting for permission from a version of you that no longer exists. But emotions are waves, not compasses. You don't wait for the ocean to be calm to sail. You trust the ship you've built. You've already done the inner work. You've already seen the vision. You already know what needs to shift. And now it's time to move beyond the emotion and into the alignment. Because the longer you stay in the old, the heavier it becomes, and the harder it is to hear your higher self through the noise. Let this transmission be the sword that cuts through your doubt. Let this be the whisper that says, you already have the key. Use it. The idea you've been sitting on is divine. The vision that won't go away. The idea that keeps resurfacing. The thing you think about before you sleep, or when no one's watching. That's not a coincidence. That's not random. That is spiritual assignment wrapped in intuition. You were shown that vision for a reason. You were given that idea because it is encoded with timelines. And here is what few will tell you. Your ideas are not just creative. They are portals. They are keys. They are remembered soul contracts waiting to be fulfilled. The problem is not the idea, it's the inaction. You've been waiting for right timing, but the timing becomes right when you act. You are the activator. You are the frequency. You are the breath that brings it to life. And when you begin, you'll realize that it wasn't that hard. It was just waiting for you to choose. There is no failure, only redirection and refinement. You may worry, what if I fail? What if it doesn't work? What if it all falls apart? But here's the truth, Ancient One. There is no such thing as failure on the soul path. Only redirection, only feedback, only data. Your higher self doesn't care if you fall once or 10 times. It only cares that you keep rising. The only true loss is not trying. The only true mistake is waiting too long. Because life will teach you either way. The path may bend. The results may shift. But all of it becomes useful. All of it becomes alchemy. All of it becomes part of the story that someone else will one day need to hear. Your failures become someone else's survival guide. Your courage becomes your lineage's liberation. The luck belongs to the brave. Some may look at others and say, they're so lucky. They just had the right timing. They must have had help. But what you don't see behind the scenes are the moments of fear they moved through, the nights they didn't sleep, the times they almost gave up, but didn't. What you call luck is often just courage in motion. The ones who leap without all the answers. The ones who move with faith instead of fear. The ones who step forward when everyone else stays seated. They are the ones who call the miracles down. They are the ones who collapse time. They are the ones who create timelines that others are destined to walk. And now, it's your turn. The universe is waiting for your move. You've asked for signs. This is one. You've asked for confirmation. This is it. You've asked, should I start that thing? Yes. Should I leave that old job, that misaligned place, that outdated role? Yes. Should I step into the unknown, even though I'm terrified? Yes. Because on the other side of that leap is the version of you you've always known you could be. Source is not withholding. It is waiting for you, for your yes, for your courage, for your decision to stop replaying the old timeline and step into your power. You are not late. You are not lost. You are not broken. You are ready. Release the worry. It's already working out. Dear Chosen One, we know what's holding you back. You're not lazy. You're not undisciplined. You're not lacking motivation. You're worried. Worried about how it will all come together. Worried about the money. Worried about being unsupported. Worried about making the wrong move. Worried about the what-ifs that echo in the silence. But here is a sacred truth. Worry is not preparation. It is a prayer for what you do not want. Every time you dwell in fear of what might go wrong, you energetically disconnect from all that's going right. We are not asking you to pretend. We are asking you to trust. Because when you say yes to your soul's mission, the universe reorganizes reality to sustain your leap. The money will come, the support will find you, the resources will appear. The right people, opportunities, and synchronicities will align, not before the leap, but because of it. Your worry is understood, but it's not necessary, because you are not leaping alone. You are leaping with divine backup. Final remembrance, your future self is already thanking you. Close your eyes. Visualize the version of you who said yes, who took the leap, who built the thing, who left the job, who broke the cycle, who walked away, who stepped into their truth. Do you see them? That version is already watching you with gratitude, already whispering back through time. Thank you for being brave enough to become me. Thank you for not waiting until you were perfect. Thank you for choosing now, because the truth is, this is the moment that changes everything. Not because it's easy, but because you're finally ready to answer the call. So go, leap, say yes, walk into the unknown, and don't look back. The time isn't soon. The time isn't later. The time isn't when you're more confident. The time is now. Affirm. I release the need for perfect timing. I release the illusion of fear. I trust the pull in my spirit. I leap into the unknown with courage. I am supported, guided, and aligned. The time is now. And I say yes. Chosen ones, we now ask you, if you knew the universe was waiting on your move, would you still hesitate? Or what would happen if you chose now and never looked back? Please be sure to comment below, like and subscribe to stay aligned and connected to Source.